What is up, friends? My name is Laura, and if you've never visited my YouTube channel before, welcome. Today I come to you from Phoenix, Arizona, and I am coming to you with my dog Thor. Some of you remember I actually had him in a backpack in previous videos, and he had hurt his paw, but basically today I'm in the middle of training for a large mountain if you follow me, and I'm supposed to do a weighted carry. And I just figured what better weighted carry than having my dog come along and enjoy some beautiful views. So today I'm here in beautiful Phoenix, Arizona, coming to talk to you about anxiety. Basically, anxiety is something that I have dealt with for almost 3 years. I mainly kind of have gotten it, and I'm not sure why you've subscribed, whether you enjoy my hiking adventures, my traveling life, or just following along on my grief journey. But those of you that don't know, my husband did pass away very unexpectedly, at a young age and right in front of me. So that caused a lot of trauma and just a lot of grief, obviously. So whether you have lost a loved one, whether work is just completely stressing you out, whether you're going through a big life event right now, or you've just had anxiety your whole life, I'm someone who I really want to put kind of the situation life has given me into my own hands. I'm someone, I do not want anxiety forever, and I don't want to have anxiety attacks forever. My heart definitely goes out to anyone who's dealt with it because it sucks. So I actually am just going to rest my phone here instead of using my gimbal, just so that I can fully show you. I have had anxiety, and like I said, I'm trying to put it in my own hands. So what I've done is just try a number of different things. These all may work for you, none may work for you, one or two may. But if you haven't tried them before, I want to give some people some great recommendations on just some really easy everyday coping mechanisms for dealing with anxiety. Yes, my dog Thor is still in here, which I feel like, spoiler alert, having a dog truly does help. But so the first one is going to be drinking lots of water. And I have actually talked about this. I did a 30-day challenge for myself to drink a gallon every single day. And some of the results that I found actually were that it was helping my anxiety a lot. I actually ended up having a lot more anxiety again, maybe like 30-ish days ago. And then all of a sudden I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't been drinking my gallon of water anymore. So just something that I would try is start with a couple glasses in the morning, more than you normally would, and just kind of be drinking throughout the day. Try to have a water bottle that you like. I like drinking it out of a straw. I find it a lot easier for some reason for me to get a lot of water in. So those are just some of the that right there is just such an easy one. Drink a bunch more water and give yourself a few weeks and see if it helps. The second thing is getting outdoors or doing some sort of exercise. A lot of people say something like yoga. I actually am going to say I did not like yoga for anxiety. I did try it for a couple months, and I actually found, because you're kind of just like sitting in your own headspace, it made it worse, which of course is not what you want. And of course, I'm sure I could have tried other types, but something like running actually is really, really soothing to me. It helps my mindset. It helps my brain just kind of be clear. So I like to do that actually probably about 5 times a week in the morning. That's just something that I love. The other thing would be obviously getting out in nature. If you guys know me at all, you know that I love hiking, and that's what I'm doing right now. So whatever form of exercise you're doing, I would honestly just try to start incorporating it into basically your daily routine. I work out 6 days a week, and that 7th day I don't work out for the fact that my body needs rest, but I actually find anxiety is worse that day. So I try to, I gotta take Thor out for a walk in the morning, but besides that, I do give my body rest. But I can't imagine if I didn't work out at all. It would make my anxiety so much worse. So that's definitely a big recommendation. My third piece of advice for combating anxiety would be breathing. And I know a lot of you have probably heard of this, but my recommendation for it is actually a little bit different. So a lot of people will be like, breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. And although that still is a great idea, my biggest thing would actually be to breathe in through my mouth and back out through my mouth. And my reason for that is I like to actually hear and fully feel like everything coming in and everything coming out. When it's through my nose, you can't hear it quite as much as and it just makes me feel a lot more in control. And since that's what anxiety is a feeling of loss of control, when I do things that put me in control, like I am able to focus on my breathing and focus the exact same way taking 10 huge breaths. And normally if I feel some sort of my anxiety all of a sudden in that moment getting worse, if I just go into the other room and do this a bunch, I normally will kind of trigger me to kind of come back to Laura and be okay again. My fourth piece of advice is, in that moment, especially if you're going into the other room, to practice some breathing would be to take off your shoes, or if you're sitting down, stand up and go into your bare feet and just like be able to feel the ground under you. And I know this is definitely a form of grounding, and a lot of people would say to go walking around, you know, in your bare feet. Sorry, I have very sensitive feet and I feel like that sounds really painful. So for me, honestly, just being able to feel the ground under you, and once again, that's just being able to control what's going on under you, and it's going to give you a sense of control. And I always find, like, if I have that pair of shoes, I have a pair of socks, always to take those off, because it will really help just get you centered again. My fifth recommendation would be just to get outside, and I'm not even meaning necessarily for a hike or to go running or anything like that, but getting out of your house. When I am located in Phoenix here, I work from home, and so a lot of times on bad days, like, getting outside can sound like a lot of work. Don't feel like being around people. I don't want to, you know, get anxiety in public. I don't want to get teary-eyed in public or any of those things, but actually just forcing myself to get outside and get into just like general public, saying hello to the most random person in the world and them smiling at you instantly can just, like, I don't know, make me feel human again, and just give me just a lot of like peace of mind, and just kind of to be in society again. So a lot of times I know you can want to practice self-care and maybe stay at home, drink a glass of wine, have a nice bath, put on a face mask, and those are all wonderful things, and those might work way better for you. But just for me, I actually find forcing myself to get out in public, maybe join some sort of league, even going to the coffee shop, go get your grocery shopping done, just even the littlest things, getting outside can really make a great bit of difference in your life. So those are my 5 pieces of advice for kind of combating anxiety, and if you're experiencing it, I hope you do try one of those. If you have something that I didn't mention that has been something that you really love, I would love for you to comment it below. That perhaps will help out me or anyone else that is reading this. Also, make sure that you give this video a thumbs up just to show your support for me and of course, my little co-pilot here, Thor. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Until next time, keep living life. Bye.